Hey everybody, I want to share something about goal setting with you. So I've been posting at the end of each day for the last week or so, my goals and my cash out at the end of each day. Last night I posted a wrap up for last week. So here's what I'm doing at the beginning of each week and each day. First of all, I set some priorities. One priority for each area of my life: business, family, marriage, job, friends, spiritual, health. So, first of all, business and job are separate, right? I have a business. My job within that business is something else. Marriage is separate from family. I have a family. My marriage is, a special relationship with one person within that family, obviously, my wife. So I set those priorities, and essentially I set one goal in each of those areas. For health, my goal is 1,200 push-ups. That's a specific, measurable goal. For my job, within my business, it's to set 1 or 2 appointments per week. That's another measurable goal. Spiritual, meditate and pray 1 hour total. These are goals that I set for this week, and so on. So every day I wake up, and here's what I do. This is really the thing that I'm sharing now that I've kind of set it up. So I wake up and I write down 10 wins or things that I'm grateful for from the day before. 10 wins and things that I'm grateful for from the day before. In a journal like this, or just on any piece of paper. These can be super specific. It can be super general. The point, though, in doing 10 is I really have to think about it. And doing it every day, I know it's coming, so it causes me to really watch out for these things throughout the day, today, and then maybe even stop and write them down today so that I'll remember them for tomorrow. It doesn't hurt me at all that I'm writing these down sometimes twice. The other thing it does is it pushes me to be intentional and to set goals today that will equal wins for tomorrow. So the next thing that I'm going to do after I write down the 10 wins is I'm going to write down 10 goals for today. I call this a 10-10. So keeping in mind my weekly goals and my priorities. So if I'm doing 1,200 push-ups a week, that's 250 a day with a little grace built in somewhere. Last week I hurt my back after day 4. I miscounted. I thought somehow I was already at the 1,200 because I had done more than 250 a few times. And then I went back and looked, and it was only 1,021 or something like that. So I messed up. It's still 1,021 more push-ups than I probably would have done if I hadn't wrote it down at all. So I'm setting 1 to 2 appointments per week with people that want to sell their homes. Really that's 1 to 2 appointments or more. So my goal for each day is going to be to set one appointment. There's no sense in me even making those calls or showing up and having those conversations if I'm not setting out to schedule an appointment that day to help someone. Meditate 15 minutes today to get me to 1 hour towards my 1 hour goal for the week, right? So that's 3 out of 10 just from breaking down my weekly goals. Now I want to look at my priorities. What am I not going to do, right? What am I not going to do is I'm not going to write down something that's not in line with my priorities or setting me up to be better prepared to achieve those big goals and those priorities. So like, for example, attending a home inspection is not a goal for me for the week. If I put it in my calendar, I'm just going to do it. It's not like I'm going to show up and walk in the door and like throw my hands in the air like I made it. I drive a car. It's not that fulfilling just to show up. It's not the Tour de France. But what might be a priority for me, though, is making my clients feel supported, important, like they are a priority, right? So my goal might be to do one thing to let my client know they're supported. And then I can turn around right then, immediately look at my calendar, and maybe I just put attend home inspection in my calendar, or something else. It doesn't have to be that. Family might be something specific. It might be, home by 6. Spend 2 hours at the playground with the kids. Again, that's something I can turn around and put it right in my calendar. At the end of the week, I should be able to look back at the goals that I've accomplished and in my priorities, and I should feel fulfilled. I should feel like those goals were in line with my priorities, and I should also be able to look at my calendar at any point in time, before or after, and it should be in line with my goals and my priorities. So I want to talk about calendars and time blocking and time management and all that stuff at some point. But really, there's no point in doing that if you don't already have the goals or the priorities set. So that's just what I'm doing. Again, I quoted the other day, success leaves clues. I didn't create any of this. I'm following other people's success and their clues, and now I'm just sharing it with you all. I hope it's useful to you. Have a great day. God bless you all. I will